as Vatika has said, it's always a great pleasure to welcome the parents and the family members of the smallest, the youngest, the most curious and most fascinating members of the Sri Ram community. It's hard to believe that their first year in school is nearly over. It doesn't seem as though, it seems like it was only yesterday when the last admission process was going on. All those bitten nails and the worries. It's not been an easy year. Swine flu managed to give us all an opportunity to understand ourselves a little better, as it got itself all blown out of proportion and gave us some sleepless nights, only to then turn out to have been nothing at all, really. Through the many events in the year, just as each child will have their favourites and their most memorable, so generally will the family members. There will be different things that happen in the year that resonate most with different parents. For some it could be Poetry Week, for some India Week, the opportunity for our children to immerse themselves in the culture and heritage, be it learning about past leaders, traditional dances, traditional dress, or the diverse cuisine of the country. Or for some it could be Book Week, with the variety of activities, all leading towards the development and the generation of a love for reading amongst our children. Whether it was the buddy reading, or the opportunity for parents to come in and get involved in storytelling. And I know that a number of Vatika parents did that and made a big impact with their children in doing so. For some, it might have been Founders Day, Children's Day, Earth Day, Van Mahotsav, Labor Day. This was the year when public recognition for our school, the Sri Ram School, and the community proved that it was no flash in the pan. When the Education World C4 survey, for the second year in a row, declared the Sri Ram School to be the recognized #1 day school in the country. And that, of course, was followed up by the Hindustan Times survey, which confirmed the school as #1 in Delhi. Which is all very nice, but we'd actually wish they'd shut up and stop it now. Because it just leads to more and more and more demand that we can't meet.